and today I'm sharing with you guys a part of my morning routine. And I like to wake up with something hot and steaming in a mug, and to pair that, I like to have a variety of pastries, but one of my favorites is a coffee cake. And I think it pairs really nicely with my bowl of French press, and it is so nice. It's got kind of like a soft, tender cake. It's got like a gooey filling and then a crumbly top. It is so delicious, and I hope you guys give it a try. The first thing we want to do is blend together our oil and sugar. And you can use canola, veggie, coconut, I'm using grape seed, whatever you like or have, and some brown sugar. And I like the fluffy texture that it imparts. And remember, you can achieve that by just simply creaming together molasses and regular granulated sugar. Next, go in your pure vanilla extract. I always eyeball it, a splash or two, and your room temperature egg, and you want to blend that together as well. Next, stream in your dairy. I like to use buttermilk. I love that thick tang of it. You can also, in a pinch, it's not my first choice, but you can combine together whole milk and a little bit of vinegar to create your own buttermilk. Additionally, you could use sour cream or yogurt in this, or just regular whole milk. Finally, it's just a matter of marrying the dry and the wet. In my dry bowl here, bowl number 2, I just have some unbleached flour, some baking powder, and some fine salt. And I want to sprinkle this in thirds. And I like to give it a help out with my spatula. And remember, when you bake anything, you want to scrape down the sides of your bowl just to make sure everything gets nicely incorporated. My oven is preheating, and you can bake this off in any tin that you wish, but I just greased an 8-inch, just a regular old cake tin, and I want to pour in my batter. It's nice and fluffy, and that leavening agent, the baking powder, is really going to help this puff up and rise, and the brown sugar is going to impart a nice caramely sweetness and be really tender in this. And what I like to do is pour in about half, and this part is completely optional, and spread out the batter and sprinkle the layers with some cinnamon and brown sugar. Like I said, completely optional. I just eyeball it. Just a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon goes a long way. The crumble part couldn't be easier or more versatile. It's great for fruit crumbles, on top of muffins, kind of like a streusel topping, and you're more than welcome to add oats to this, but I like it pretty straightforward. Just some unsalted softened butter and some flour, cinnamon, and brown sugar, and then you want to mix everything together. Be heavy-handed with this stuff as it's delicious. And if any of the filling is peeking through, don't worry. The batter will spread as the heat hits it, and the crumble will encompass everything and have this nice sugary, buttery crust on top. My baby is ready to be popped into the oven and baked off, and as always, all the details are listed below in the description box, as well as thesquishymonster.com. The very first thing when you invert this cake is to run a knife, a butter knife works here, just around the edges. And I can already see it lifting. I like this pan because it's never given me any trouble. It's just a regular old cake pan. And I also sprayed it. You can butter, grease it, flour it, however way works. You can actually even cut a little circle out of parchment underneath if you're really worried about it. But I'm not too worried about it. And you want to put a plate on top. And I can hear it lift out. And that's what the bottom of my cake looks like if you were curious. And then put another plate on top of that. And then invert it like that. And now we can cut a piece. It's still a little warm, and I love that. And it's just giving because it's so light and fluffy. And I like this cake because it lasts me. It's so moist and tender that it lasts me all week, and I can have it with the French press or some espresso in the morning, and I just nibble on it all week long. So here is one of the slices. Let's lift him up. And you can see in the middle that gooey, caramely center. That looks so yummy to me. This is reminding me of mornings because it's so often part of my morning routine than not. So let's see how this one tastes. I am loving that it's still warm. And what a wonderful and sweet way to wake up in the morning. And if you wanted to mimic that fresh baked kind of quality to it, you can definitely pop this in the microwave for a couple seconds because this is definitely not a cake that dries out. And it's really nice with the layer of gooey filling and then that crumbly, buttery topping on top, that streusel crumble topping, and then that soft, tender crumb that kind of melts in your mouth. It's a really nice trio, a beautiful combination of things, and I so hope you guys make this a part of your morning routine as well. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is Angela Kim from the Squishy Monster TSM on YouTube, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!